Hello, it's Beth Ann from the van. I'm trying something new. I couldn't get my Instagram Live to download to migrate it to YouTube. So this is another experiment. Um, I'm going to try to just video this through my phone and then see what happens migrating it over to YouTube through YouTube Create on the computer, on the Chromebook. But I don't feel great, but there's a theme that keeps coming up. So I decided to come on here anyway, and just talk a few minutes because I have talked about my 3D life, where I took deconstructing my religious beliefs and decolonizing my mind from capitalistic and imperialistic capitalism and deconditioning from patriarchy. And you do that by questioning everything. So that just goes back into ask all the questions, ask questions all the time, and suss out how you really feel about it and why do you feel ways when you feel about things like you do. And most of the time it's because that's just how everybody else around us did it. But there's a better way. There's a better way to exist and a better way to think about things that's more balanced, more fair, less oppressive. And I just really think that if most people start living in a 3D mindset with those 3Ds, trying to balance themselves between the infinite and the finite through this 3D life, then it all starts to, well, for me, it all kind of started falling into place. And yeah, it took me a while to process this stuff. And you don't have to go as far as I do, and you don't have to believe everything that I do, but you do need to figure out for yourself what you really believe and why. And figure out if that agrees with your infinite identity, which is, like I said before, all the metaphysical. That's your emotions, your ideals, your philosophies, your beliefs, your intuitions, your all the above. So when you know what you want that identity to be according to the vision that you have for your life, and you're looking at those things through the lens of the 3D life, then you become better. You get leveled up. Because what those three things did for me was, one of the first things that I recognize was my white privilege. And the second thing that I got from my decolonization was, because I didn't announce it, but here's some of the things that I got from those three things. And there'll probably be 3 points because I like threes. But anyway, so for my decolonization, I learned that I really recognized and realized that what white privilege is and how I have it and how powerful it is. Second thing was, I realized that although I did not consider myself racist, I still carried a lot of anti-blackness. And that influenced the way that I spoke or thought, that made me racist. So, yeah. And then most recently, the revelation is, well, it wasn't, but it's become more of a thing that I think about, is my white nationalist beliefs. I really, really thought that the United States I was so patriotic and it was the best and they could do no wrong and they should be the leader and everybody should like listen to us. God, so much. Um, so those are some of the things that I work through, and I work all the time. I'm still working on it. I still question. I still look at myself and my motivations and try to correct my path to be better, to do better. Some of the things that I realized breaking down my religious beliefs is I don't believe in a deity at all. There's no deity, just like there's no devil. There is divinity. We all carry that. It's all around us. It's it's in the creation that came from the source, whatever that was. So I do believe in a source, but I don't believe that source is a deity in the way that we think of deities. They were everything and they became everything. They were everything that went to nothing to become everything. Yeah. So if you think of it on those levels, that's one of the first big thing. No deity. Deconstructing my religious beliefs. No deity. We're all divine. It might be two. Because I'm kind of blanking out. I thought I had three. I should write stuff down. But oh yeah, religion. Most religion. All religions are simply self-perpetuated delusions. Because if you really, really think that the Bible is true, with all its contradictions and all the things that just don't make sense and all the things that just don't track with the rhythm of the universe and the cycles that we're perpetually in, because the universe is akin to an algorithm. If you do this and that and this and that, and it's pretty complex and it all works great together. But yeah. So yeah, religions are self-perpetuating delusions that could be diagnosed as mental illness, because if you're hearing the voice of God, if it's not just a part of you that's your spirit connected to the universal consciousness and you're hearing the voice of God, that could be schizophrenia. If you're swinging between how you want to live your life and what you want to focus on, maybe it's because you don't know your infinite identity and you haven't started to be balanced. And maybe your bipolar disorder is just the oscillating between being focused on the finite or the infinite, and as they swing back and forth, and if you ever get that middle ground, that balance, that's where the life gets really good, because you can envision your life and you make choices towards that vision, and that's how you live your 3D life, right? You go through those steps of questioning everything and thinking about everything and letting your own divinity connect with the universal consciousness that exists, that I depend on to maintain my balance, then yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta talk about some of the points from the decolonization. the decolonization of my, or the I did that with the, yeah, anti-blackness and stuff, but in the with the and then the deconditioning from patriarchy. Hmm, hmm. That's really, really, really what helped open my eyes up to the balance of all things, and some of the things as I was decon- deconditioning from this patriarchy, because I learned about the variety of life and people that exist. And I realized, number one, that we are all things. We are all feminine and masculine. Number two, we all make our choices to present how we want to present. Some of those choices are on a level that we haven't even experienced yet, because we don't concentrate on knowing that side of us, that infiniteness that makes us who we are, that we carry from one life to the next. There's some essence that we carry that carries wisdom, that connects with the knowledge carried in our DNA to make us who we are. So those thousands of decisions have been through hundreds, thousands maybe of lifetimes. I don't know. But yeah, we present how we choose to present. So heteronormativity is a curse that hasn't allowed people to live in their full, authentic selves. They have a vision for their life and they can't reach that vision because of the oppressive systems that are in place for their identities, their finite, their identities, because it's finite and infinite, and how they combine is how we present. So yeah, there's a lot of that. And then in patriarchy is a lot of oppression to stay in heteronormalcy, because they want to stay in power. And these three systems they work together to keep us subjugated. And we've got to break those systems. So hopefully living a 3D life and seeking balance between our finite and our infinite selves will help break those systems and help us as a society and as people to level up. Because I fear if we don't do something to change, like a radical change, like creating a whole new system, kind of like all the religions have done. They've just tried to come up with a new idea. But what I feel like what I've come up with answers to contradictions that come up with religion and patriarchy and colonization, capitalism. Oh yeah, I'm not a capitalist. Yeah, no. I don't give shits about, because my vision of my life is like I die peacefully in my sleep when I run out of money to live. So anyway, that's my end vision, but I got a lot of shit from here to there. But because I still got money in the bank to spend, I got a couple years left at least. So but not being in capitalism might come bite me in the ass, because investments and just earning money off of nothing, off of doing nothing, profits. Yeah. So, okay. Well, if you want to know any more about any of these things, leave some questions or comments in the comment section. And I will see you around the interwebs or around whatever. Have a great day. I love you. I love me. I love you. Let's make something better.